afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another episode 22. But this is going to be a quick one. It's a very special stream for me because of the special news that we got, as you can see on the screen. Forgot to even take it off just because I'm so excited. But let me welcome my very special guest, the House of Collectibles, Flavio. What's going on, my friend?
What's up, Fab? Thank you for having me. What's up, everybody?
Thank you for making it. And my ugly wingman, Dlo, what's going on?
What's good, brother? How you feeling?
I'm good. Thank you for being here. So we're gonna get, like I said, it's gonna be quick, just because I needed to talk about this. This is a big deal for me. 16 Junkie, what's going on, my friend? Thank you for being here. So this stream, actually, what did I just do to you guys? Bad Boy for Life, what's going on, my friend? Thank you for being here. Nefty, what's going on, my friend? Thank you for stopping by. Batman, what's going on? Thank you for being here. So these news are very special to me, because I don't know if you guys have been watching, me specifically, another stream for months now, and this was something that I had brought up and mentioned when nobody, could even fathom of these figures. Not these figures. Specifically, what I had said was getting a Padawan Anakin and a young Obi-Wan. As you guys can see here on the screen, they're teasing Padawan Anakin that, again, I would like to believe, at least, that I was the very first one to even bring that up as an option, because, again, a lot of people couldn't fathom the thought of these actually getting these figures. Remember that actually on Saturday? No, when did we go on Graham's stream?
That was on Tuesday.
Saturday? Tuesday.
No, Tuesday.
Oh, that's right. It's Thursday, so Tuesday, yes.
It's only Thursday, yeah. This is breaking news.
Yeah, I'm confused because I usually go on Saturday. But so I had just mentioned on Tuesday on Graham's stream, the Jedi Knights Watch stream, shout out to Graham, that we're still waiting for the second the next wave of thrills that they left us hanging with. Let me see, William, what's going on, William? I hope they have this figure's prep. I'm sure it's a rainbow suit. This guy. So I brought that up because, again, it was just, I feel like it was forgotten already. It's been so long since that announcement, and so here they are. Literally 2 days later after bringing that up. So what does this say? Another thing that I said was the fact that, if you guys remember, that first wave was what? It was all clones. It was R2. It was C-3PO. It was all robots. Yep. It was not a single head sculpt. And I specifically remember saying the next wave is going to be all head sculpts. And look, boom. Besides the super droid, obviously, everything else is head sculpt. Not only that, but this is not the end. This is not over. We still got young Obi-Wan. We still got Kit Fisto. And I can guarantee you that's not the end of it at all. So this is why this was such a big deal to me. This is, big news for the entire community in general. But I want to get your guys' opinion on this announcement, that happened today.
I am stoked, just like everyone else probably. I'm so happy about this. Just the fact that they already hinted about having a dark side Anakin, and now they're teasing us with this guy. Just amazing. Padme too. I was a fan of the movie, but I'm really excited for Mace Windu, like everyone.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm with you on that one as well too, Flavio. I'm really excited about this. Let me just first start off with saying it's about damn time. Okay, let's preface this conversation. Started off the right kind of way here, because, I mean, they had us really second guessing ourselves with Padme for years. That prototype was shown 5 years ago now, something like that. you know, when we first had her unveiled. It's been a while, and it was just like, oh, Padme's coming. When they started doing the prequel lines, and she still never showed up, and I was starting to lose hope. I think we all were as a community. We kept, you know, wondering what's going on. We ask every once in a blue, and then eventually we forget about her, and then, you know, watching this like poster come out with the tease, I'm like, I always knew Anakin would come out. I never had no doubt in my mind. It's just not a question of when. But I was really second guessing for such a long time that maybe we won't get Padme. And I'm so glad they announced them together. Definitely a sigh of relief, because with all the cool announcements we got in the first phase of the announcements, you know, with the, like you mentioned, Fabio, the clones, the droids, C-3PO, you know, all that. It's so nice that we're going to get that entire back end of episode 2 when they're all on Geonosis, because it sounds like that's what everything is being embraced with, as far as their appearance wise. That's her appearance at that part of the movie.
Big part of the movie.
Yeah, I think in fairness, I mean, that wasn't the best Star Wars movie, and I think that's the part that everybody likes about that movie is the action at the end, because it was a lot of talking. But the big one was the confirmation of Mace Windu. That was huge. It was a tiny little text. I put it in the group earlier today. I was like, this is great. I'm happy we're getting this. I knew we'd get at least Anakin. I'm happy we're getting Padme. But when I saw that name at the bottom, I saw Mace Windu, that was the first part of that announcement that got me like extra excited. So about damn time.
When I read like the fine print, I was like, wow.
Let me just hello Howard a little quick. What's going on, my friend? Thank you for being here. Mocha Loco, thanks for stopping by. How you doing tonight? Chris Santos, what's up, man? Thank you for being here. Batman. Do you think that? So, you know, specifically about Mace, remember that they had teased him in one of the images of, I forget which figure it was, and he was in there. So he was definitely coming. Another thing, like Dlo said, you know, Padme was teased years ago. But when I started noticing what Hot Toys was doing, and, you know, now acquiring, you know, more factories or you know, expanding how much you're doing, like I said, and I'm going to say it again, there is nothing that is out of the question at this point. There is nothing that you've seen. That's why I mentioned Kit Fisto. Kit Fisto was teased, again, years ago as well. He's coming. The Vulture was teased years ago again as well. He's coming. So everything that was teased is not out of the question anymore, because it would be, you know, a waste of them making those prototypes, getting us excited, and then, you know, scrapping the product. Like, I would understand that years ago because of, you know, capability, you know, manpower, whatever it was, that they couldn't fulfill a lot of things that, you know, never came to in production. But at this point, you know, again, Mace, Kit Fisto, all these guys are coming. So the fact that, you know, like Dlo said, now it's official, you know, of his name. Again, they would have never teased him in the first place if he wasn't coming. I have a feeling that Hot Toys has been, you know, listening and knows how much people want this character specifically. So from now on, do not ever think that, even if they don't tease a character, like, for example, you haven't seen a young Obi-Wan yet, guarantee you it's coming. I could bet money on it that it's coming.
It better. That's the Obi-Wan I want.
It's coming, and I'm going to tell you why. What happened in one of the last few episodes of the Obi-Wan show that everybody lost their minds over?
Yep.
Flashback. What do they have here? So this is your easy way of getting the flashback Anakin as well, flashback Obi. So now they're going to make the money on branding it episode 2 and branding it Obi-Wan show. So let me see. This is this one exactly. Harold, big deal. Batman, what's going on, my friend? Austin, thank you for being here. You made it. I'll be buying them all. Hopefully not for $50, jerk. Oh man. Will Mace come with Django's?
That'd be a dope accessory. Hell yeah, I want that one now.
No,
I didn't think about that. That's a good one.
That'd be rude. And just for you saying that, just for you making that rude comment, Austin.
I don't think so.
Oh, look at that. We got a new one.
Oh man. Oh, they're all good. It's gonna be a new one every show.
Nice.
Let's see. Nefty, Fab, another big enough. Oh wait. Oh, just you wait. We're just getting started, Nefty. We're just getting started. This is
Stay
just
tuned.
yeah, this is just the beginning. We're just getting warmed up. Commander Green says they're going to tease Obi-Wan in the promo pics. Probably. That's a good point.
Good point.
And again, it's coming 100%. And again, now that we see this, it's just an updated outfit maybe for the Obi-Wan flashback figure. So they're gonna make that money, and we're gonna buy it. Austin says, yes, new one this week. William says, Sideshow Maze came with Django helmet. Oh, wait, Sideshow. Oh, I don't have that one. That's why I didn't know that. I have Django from Sideshow, but I never got the mace. So that's a good point. That would be a cool.
There's some potential for some accessories though. Well, Anakin's gonna have some cool options. No, but talk about Anakin here for a second. Like Anakin, bro, lightsabers. That's you read my mind. That's the first thing I thought of. A green lightsaber and a blue lightsaber. Got to, absolutely has to.
That'd be good.
That'd be dope.
Yeah.
Or they can do the special possibility. Yeah, but they can do the special tunic that he wears too. You know, when he's like kind of being the bodyguard for Padme.
Oh, right.
You know, it's like that fancier cloak one.
Deluxe version too.
I hope so, man. I want it to be like everything.
You think it's gonna be multiple SKUs?
That'd be cool.
I hope not. I don't like multiple SKUs. One SKU, deluxe, everything in it. Call it a day. I hate
Austin
that.
Says, go away, William. Oh, okay. Tuli, what's going on, my friend? Thank you for being here. So there's again, like Dlo just said, there's so many possibilities with accessories for Anakin. You know, Padme not so much. Padme, she's gonna be very basic, unless they'll give you something like out of left field that like we didn't expect, but anything's welcome for her. Again, not a lot is expected of her, for accessories, but they have to give you something to be able to price her at whatever price they're going to give you. They're going to charge us for her because they know that this is a highly anticipated piece. They know that a lot of people have been asking for this piece. They know that it can't be a half-ass here you go piece. It's got to be a special piece for them as well because it's a big deal character, and it's not somebody that it's not a droid. It's not something that's not meaningful, it's Padme. So I think they're going to give us something, worth the wait.
I think she's going to be comparable to a Leia. We're going to get a couple hands, maybe a couple weapons. And it's going to be because there's only so much you can give Padme, but I'm just happy we're getting her, to be honest with you. So not a deal breaker for me, but Anakin's going to be loaded with accessories. He has to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm kind of like curious to see.
What's that?
Well, and it's for sure it's going to be different, but I can't wait to see how different they are from the Thor body that they make for her.
Oh, that's a good point, right? For Thor, Love and Thunder, right?
Yeah, because she obviously bulked up. She obviously bulked up for that. So if people get both of them,
oh yeah, no, it's gonna be a different body for sure. It's not gonna be
right.
Yeah, it's not gonna be.
Yeah, it's not gonna be jacked up Natalie Portman for the year there. So you're
right,
good.
Exactly. And
she's like 18 in this movie, bro.
Yeah, and it's not gonna be a seamless body either, where she has to be muscular. You know what I mean? So
right.
True. Hopefully, we get double jointed elbows though. That's all I care about.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what the suit actually looks like.
Is it really necessary? I don't know, but I mean, right off the bat, like she looks.
And the head sculpt, like, is it gonna be close to the same as the Love and Thunder one? Like, can they get us like that?
No,
like
this is young. Or? This is young.
Yeah, it's different. This
got to be young.
Way different.
Like I said, she's 18. She's like almost. I think she's 40 now when she made this Love and Thunder. I don't know what her age, but
right.
She was young.
Yeah,
young
but if you notice the head sculpt. I don't the Love and Thunder one or the Mighty Thor one. I don't mind it at all. I think she's fine.
Right.
But if you really take a close look at this picture, like it kind of looks very similar to that head sculpt. Obviously, I'm not saying it's the same. I'm not saying they're going to use the same by any means, but you can tell that it's her. You know what I mean? Like you could tell that it's her, it looks nothing like the Mighty Thor head sculpt at all. But are there going to be similarities? They have to be because it's the same. It's the same, person.
Same person, yeah. Spoiler, it's the same person. Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna look like them.
I didn't know because you had the helmet on, So
it's true.
So guys, anybody excited for this? Anybody pre-ordering this? Day one as soon as it's up for pre-order, because it's probably that's another thing. How soon is this coming? I say within the next couple of days. The fact that they announced 04, what happened with the first wave of thrills? It was within a couple of days that they went for pre-order. So I think it'll be the same for this as well. Spoilers, same person. This guy. So this is why I needed. I couldn't wait for Saturday to talk about this. There's no way. This announcement to me was just such a big deal. Again, because I was, I mentioned this months ago before it was even a conversation, within the community or with the collectors or with anybody really. So that's why I needed to talk about this. William says, Hot Toys Christmas Fest thing is on a couple of days. Oh, okay. The deals, I guess.
Hey, so let's go over the names a little bit here. The names at the bottom that are not in picture. So we have Mace. Was it confirmed?
So you have Mace Windu, Anakin Skywalker, Padme, and Super Battle Droid. So Battle Droid, we were already shown. We saw them, multiples of that. So we know what to expect from that. Padme, this is the first, tease, ever since that prototype that we saw, like you mentioned, years ago. This is the very first Anakin we were looking at. We don't know anything about him yet. And obviously Mace Windu either. Mace Windu, we saw that quick tease in that promo picture of what was it? Was it the C-3PO? Is that what it was? I forget.
Yeah, C-3PO.
Which figure it was. No, it was those battle droids, those ones that roll up.
The regular battle droids.
Yes, the little ones. Yes. So it was one of those pictures. Again, we haven't seen his face. We haven't seen a tease of his face. We just saw the side of his bald head. That was it. His purple lightsaber. We saw the outfit that he had on, which is your typical Jedi. What do you call it? Robe. So that it's going to be very exciting to see what they're going to look like. I have a feeling they're going to be great. Obviously, like everything else, you're going to have the people talking bad about them as usual. That never fails in the community. But I think they're going to knock them out of the park like they've been, doing with their figures lately. At least on the prototypes. The prototypes always look great. Obviously when they come out, it's a different story sometimes, but usually the prototypes are amazing.
I feel like Star Wars has been more consistent though, haven't they? Like out of the ones we've been getting, we haven't had as many like oopses with Star Wars figures, so I think we're safe. And with Anakin, I think it's just gonna be I can't even think of any.
I mean, besides people's like gripe about the armor and
but that's not a head
sculpt. That's not that big. Yeah.
Honestly, I wouldn't be mad if they use the same Anakin head sculpt and just change the hair. I think that head sculpt is perfect.
Yeah, but he looks too old.
Yeah, he looked kind of younger though in this one, right?
Right. Yeah, he's gonna look too old.
Just the haircut, bro. Haircut makes you look lumber. You shave your beard, you look young. You know what I mean? It's the same thing.
Wilson says everyone's good to be selling their sideshow maces now. I don't think so. I mean, these people, you know how they are. They'll sell anything just to, whether it's to make shelf room, shelf space, or just to try to make some money if they can. But I don't think. I don't think if people know that Mace is coming, and you put your sideshow one for sale, unless it's dirt cheap, I don't think people are going to spend a lot of money to have that figure when they know the good one's coming. Because that Mace right now is crap, compared to what this is going to look like. So,
do you think we're going to see a Dooku again? Maybe
not anytime soon.
Ooh,
we'll see what.
Let's talk about Phase 3 though. Let's talk about Phase 3. I mean, we got this one here. Let's talk about that because I got some ideas. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
All right. So phase 3, you said Kid Fisto, right?
Kid
I think
Fisto,
Kid
Young
Fisto's
Obi-Wan.
right. You know which one they're gonna put in there that everybody forgot about, and now light bulb as soon as I say it, Airborne Trooper, the Commando Airborne Troopers from Commander Cody's outfit. You remember Cody was announced, and he had the Airborne Trooper right next to him, the one that had all the armor, the bullets, and the shotgun rounds on him. There, you know which one I'm talking about?
True. Yeah.
That one's gonna get announced because we have not had anything other than 501st Troopers. We're gonna start getting some other outfits. Watch.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, because they they're not just going to give you
here first.
As you can see right here, we got 3 head sculpts and one droid. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
they're going to keep giving us head sculpts, but doesn't mean that they're not going to give us more. Whether it's clones, whether it's droids, they're whatever they could get their hands on and come up with, they're going to give us. But like we mentioned, that first wave was mostly droids. Like I said, R2, C3PO, all those little droids. They teased the super battle droids, and now you got all the head sculpts, and it's just super super exciting. My sideshow Maze has his episode 3 hand stump accessory. Hand stump. Truly, I'm stoked about this. Yeah, it's so exciting. Also, y'all, I had my final interview this week for a new position. I crushed it. I had to present my panel interview. Oh, that's awesome. Congratulations. Does that mean you're going to be...
Did you do it in a tank top?
Does that mean you're going to be spending a little more than $50 per figure?
No, congratulations, Austin.
That is a
Batman says,
good news.
Hope you got the job well done. Oh, it sounds like he did. I think he probably threatened the guy with a bicep. Let's see. Austin says Plo Koon. Yes, that's a good one too. Plo Koon. Shuttle air vehicle. Not sure the name. It would be a massive vehicle, so I doubt. But yeah, I don't know about vehicles for this one specifically. But who knows? You never know. Jables, what's going on? Thank you for being here. You never read my messages. Did you end up getting the piece? Let me know. I told you to check last stream. You never checked. You never read it. You never told me anything. Are we getting more Star Wars? Of course. Absolutely. This is never going to end. The one thing we haven't spoken about, also said, no, I did not bring Hot Toys with me. Brick Artemis, what's going on, my friend? Thank you for being here. One thing we haven't talked about, though, is Andor. We don't know what's coming from Andor. We don't know, One thing I do have from Andor, though, that I think is coming, let me show you guys real quickly. I would love this to show up just because of the way it looks. But, who knows? Again, I hope so. Let's see. Here it is. This guy, I really hope he does show up for the show. That would be a sick figure to get. Besides Andor, I've said it before multiple times. If we get Andor for the Andor show, we're definitely getting Andor from Rogue One, which would be, amazing to complete that line with him. But as of right now, there has been zero mention. And, we've seen some troopers from the show. We've seen, different types of troopers. We've seen the ones that look like the Mud Troopers from the Solo movie. Those guys were on the Andor show, which would be cool. But because they have, faces, they have, actual, head sculpts, I don't know how that would work. Are they going to give you just a generic, because they were all generic. There was not one specific, any of those troopers that was, a main character on the show or even a side character on the show. It was just, them just showing up as a troop. So, those would be cool. But how would that work? I don't know. We saw the stormtroopers. We saw, what were the other troopers that we saw? There was another type of trooper that was on the show. Can't think of it right now.
Fun fact, everybody, I have not seen it yet, so this is all
Me
fun
neither.
for me right now.
Me neither.
Oh wow. Okay.
This is
Saul
all fun for me.
Guerrero was you know,
Saul
was
Guerrero
on
would be
there.
cool.
Yeah, that would be
Oh, thank you.
one. Also,
Continuing. Thank you.
What?
I said no. Please continue. I just said I haven't seen it yet. Oh, Saul Guerrero makes an appearance. Cool. All right, keep going. Fabs.
Well,
I haven't
it's not
seen
my
the
fault.
show.
It's not my fault that you don't watch the show and you want to be talking about Star Wars. So, so he could come, and then again for Rogue One would be cool. So you know, there's so many possibilities, but again, not even a single tease of anything for Andor. But again, I just want to bring that up real quickly. Back to the main screen of Thrills. So, but yeah, so that's why I just wanted to bring that up, you know, again, because nobody has really talked about it. Nobody Flavio. Nobody has talked about it. Nobody's even, you know, I haven't even heard anybody, you know, not that I watch anybody, but in the groups, you know, mention any speculation on what figures we would be getting or anything like that. So we don't know. Yep, it arrived today. Then awesome. I'm glad. Thank God. Because like I said, you never said anything. So I was like, what happened? William says, Dlo, you should maybe go. Exactly. Thank you. He wants to complain. He wants to be a crybaby about not watching the show. And it's my fault that I'm talking about it when it ended 2 weeks ago.
A good podcaster would at least tell his audience spoiler before I get into this here.
No. Spoiler. Oh well. So next topic we got, which you know was announced on Tuesday again. What?
It says amateur hour here.
Exactly. I'm teaching you. So next topic we have she was announced on Tuesday. Huge deal right here. Again, the negativity started already on the figure. I think, you know, my personal opinion, the figure looks great. I have no complaints whatsoever. If you have a problem with the show, that's your problem with the show. That's a completely different story than the figure. Again, the figure looks, again, in my opinion, looks great. I can't wait to get her. You know, you got the rolling eyes function. You got, you know, I think she's perfectly scaled compared to him. My fear was that they were going to make her too tall. And as you guys can see, next to the Hulk, which was actually one of the shorter Hulks that they made, she's perfect, you know, compared to Daredevil. Perfect. The one thing that I thought was a little shocking was that Daredevil was teased before she was. Why? I have no idea. It was her show, you know, so that was the only thing that caught me off guard, but she looks great. What do you guys think? Flavio, you go.
I think she looks awesome. I mean, I loved the show. I mean, the show was awesome. I know some people weren't fans of it, but I like the show for what it was. You got to see Abomination in there. I kind of loved the transition from the real actor that played She-Hulk, from when she was like technically human to being in She-Hulk transition. I think it was a good show, and the figure looks great. The body is awesome. I love the details on the legs, the musculature of the body. I know some people were kind of a little bit upset about the hands, but just after looking at it, I think what's going on with the
by some people, did you mean Graham? Oh, go ahead.
But no, I was just saying that
your wrist looks swollen.
I can kind of see what he means. Like they kind of
like right here looks perfect.
But I think the problem with it is I think she has Venom arms. And what I mean by that is I think that it's not like, you know, I think they just go right onto the arm, kind of how Venom's is. You know what I mean? How his hand kind of cups over the wrist.
Yeah, it like fills in. Yeah.
And I think with the seamless body, you just can't get around that. But I think the figure itself looks really good. The face, like Dlo was saying, I think he mentioned it on Graham's show when you guys seen it when they first announced it. But it's awesome how like accurate they got to the CGI, because it's like not really the real actor's face there. It's her face
Right.
with She-Hulk in the CGI, and I think they nailed it with the head sculpt.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a couple days to digest this particular announcement, and the more I see it, the more I'm in love with this figure here. Not just because it's obviously it's a great representation of how she looked in the show. That is true, but I love the ingenuity of this figure here. I mean,
Yeah,
the whole like thick wrist thing that Graham brought up, and that's our boy. We love Graham, but
right.
like I gotta. At first, he had me like, yeah. Now I'm looking at it, I was like, no, it's fine. Can you do me a favor, Fabs? Go back one more picture when she's doing the Hulk smash, when she's putting her hands like this. Thank you. Look at that right there. I mean, that is, in all my years of collecting Hot Toys, that is the closest I've seen to them to be able to perfect what possibly looks like a completely seamless figure. You know, those
Yeah,
you don't see the arms, the hand points, or anything like that. I know what you mean, the Venom one, because I have Venom thanks to Fabs over here in the raffle. Everybody fill it up. But yeah, I mean, the way this is here, I mean, granted, it's a little blurry, but I feel like this is going to be one of those rare figures that it looks almost scary realistic, to the point of where where it looks like a shrunken down version of the actress / CGI model they created for the actress. This one
right.
is a banger on a different level. This is Hot Toys flexing, guys. No pun intended, because who we're talking about here. But the hands, the way the hands are so seamless with the body so seamless with the rest of the torso there. I mean, the legs, like you mentioned, the muscular is incredible. I mean, this is innovation, guys. This is next level stuff here. You know, and it's easy to gloss over because, oh, I didn't like the show. I can understand that. Everybody's gonna have a different opinion of the show. There was parts that I didn't like. There's parts that I did like. For the most part, I thought it was a
Right.
decent show. It doesn't deserve the hate it gets. But
Right.
if we're taking it just for what it is as a figure, this is a banger. Straight up banger right there. I mean, if you don't like the character, obviously don't get it. That's a given. But I mean, if you want to add this to your Marvel collection, I don't think it's going to look bad in it. I think it's going to make it look better. That's, you know, but
and
I mean,
one thing
opinions are
also,
subjective. So
yeah, no, one thing also, you know, and like I mentioned and you mentioned, one thing is if you don't like the show. If you don't like the show, there's nothing wrong with not liking the show. You know what I mean? If you don't like her as an actress, you didn't like the CGI on the show, if you don't like what the show had to offer, whatever they did with the show, that's fine. This figure is a completely different world. You know what I mean? You cannot compare, you know, and I get it, because a lot of people need to fall in love with, whether it's a show or a movie or whatever it is, to be able to say, oh, well, I like the character on the show / movie / whatever. Let me get the toy. That's fine. But when you're going with, I hated the show, the figure sucks, that doesn't correlate at all.
yeah,
Right.
that's not the same. That's not the same.
It's not the same. Exactly. It's not the same at all.
People do that
You
a
can
lot.
hate the show all you want. Absolutely. But, and again, we're talking about the prototype here. So this figure can look like crap by the time it comes out. But as of these pictures right now, there is absolutely nothing wrong with this. I mean, you can find things wrong with everything if you really look for it. The hair looks incredible. We thought when we first saw it on Graham's stream that it was.
Yeah, we thought it was rooted, right?
Yeah, it looks like it was perfectly rooted. Then we looked at another picture and then we saw that it was sculpted. So that's how good the hair is, that it makes you think. Again, prototype pictures, they're touched up, they're you know, Photoshop probably, whatever it is. But how many figures have you ever seen that you've looked and had to take a double look on and say, oh man, is this rooted? Wait, no, it's sculpted. No, wait, it's, you know what I mean? So that's how good the hair, this is just the hair. Number two, they're giving you the rolling eyes function, which again, did they have to do it? No, but I understand why they're doing it, because it's a figure that doesn't come with much. So they have to give you, you know, something a little bit extra to make the figure that much more desirable and
elevate the value of the figure.
Correct. And it was a good move on their part, because it makes her, come to life a little bit more. Just changing the way she's looking will give the figure more life. Whichever way you decide to do it, even if it's just straight, looking straightforward, it'll make the figure look, rather than a specific look on her eyes, whether it's to the left or to the right, which sometimes doesn't work with everything,
Right.
and that's what they do.
Absolutely.
To be able to, sell you a second head sculpt down the line by switching, the direction of her eye, of his eyes. It's usually a male figure. So again, you can dislike the show all you want, but there's absolutely nothing you could knock on this figure. The outfit looks perfectly, exactly
To the body.
like they made the
and the tailoring is going to get better in the finals. Like that's the thing. I mean, the only thing I can say about this figure is like the tailoring looks a little bit loose, maybe just to give us more articulation. But I guarantee you that's going to be one thing that Hot Toys will always touch up before release. You know what I mean? But other than that, what else can you say? I challenge somebody to find a screenshot of the actual TV show and put it side by side with this here and tell me this is not as good.
It literally does look like she's ripped right out.
It really. Look, I guarantee you, there's going to be a website that's going to break some She-Hulk news, and they're going to use this picture.
And you see this?
Oh yeah,
this is coming.
Yeah,
this is coming. Look at this.
I didn't catch that.
Yep. So this is coming with what figure? Who knows? Probably
it's
a deluxe. It could be a deluxe version added with this added. Because this is coming. It says it right here, sold separately. So that means this is coming one way or another. Or
that's Kevin. That's what they call Kevin. The Kevin Feige joke at the end. Yeah, that's Kevin.
Right. So they're adding this, whether it's by itself, whether it's as a deluxe with her, which I doubt at this point, because now we know what the price is. But there's something.
They could even do it as a diorama line.
Yeah, there's something, that they're doing with this piece, because again, this wouldn't be here. So, again, new body. You got a brand new body right here. The shoes. Look at the shoes. The wrist. You could complain about the wrist, but again, this is what they thought would be the best look for this figure, and you can't really, unless you can come up with a better figure yourself.
Yeah.
Your only complaint is, I don't like it, I don't buy it. That's the end of the story. You can't say, oh, it sucks because of this. Go ahead.
I know. I take that over exposed wrist any day, like exposed pegs, wrist pegs instead.
Yes,
I much have that there.
That gap.
That's a better compromise than having exposed that, because that takes away from it right there. Now you have a toy, and you have a toy.
Imagine
if you look at it from the angle of your eye, you can't tell it's a toy. Your friend who doesn't collect comes to your room, they're gonna look at that and say, wow, that looks real. This is a showstopper, guys. This is unequivocally a banger.
Yep.
Imagine if they didn't even do seamless. Like that would be
true.
Thing,
we could have had single joint arms and all that stuff. It could have been.
People would be pulling out pitchforks.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing. When people demand, seamless bodies for everything, it doesn't work for everything. They knew what they were doing. You can't get away from doing, not seamless for this figure ever. Same thing with Gamora. Same thing with Ahsoka. They make them seamless for a reason. Wonder Woman. They those things happen for, especially on females, because females don't need to be, have huge biceps, huge arms, huge upper arms. So therefore, they don't need to show you, that whether it's a single joint, double joint, whatever it is, they don't need to show you that. On a male body, though, a Thor, anything like that that's muscular, that's bulky, it doesn't matter. Again, people, what was that? Peacemaker. I had no issues with the joints because, again, it's a muscular body. But people, oh no, this needs to be, seamless, blah, blah, and they changed it to seamless. And I don't think the muscle tone and the musculature of that body matches John Cena's arms, and I prefer the jointed arms. But enough people made a noise, and they went that way, which it is what it is. Am I going to not buy the figure because it came seamless? Absolutely not. I'm still going to buy it, but not everything is meant to be seamless. Batman says she looks straight ripped from the show. Looks amazing. Yep,
Yeah,
absolutely.
facts.
But Daredevil's more fire. That's what. Oh, that's true. But I think another reason was, exactly what you're saying. But also, I think a lot of more people would be more attracted to a Daredevil. Coming from the fact that the show wasn't such a hit with everybody. So then seeing Daredevil first, it's like, oh man, he's coming. And that's why, so it makes sense that they made him first, but it's still it's weird for me because it's her show. And not only that, but we're still waiting for it. And a lot of people don't even speak on her. Miss Marvel, she is 100% coming eventually. It's just like this. The show ended, wait a few weeks, and then boom, or a few days, a couple week and a half, whatever it was, and here it is. Miss Marvel has been done. The show has been over weeks now, 4 or 5 weeks now, and I know a lot of people completely forgot about her. Oh, she's not coming. Just wait. She's 100% coming. The reason why she's coming is because she has to come. She has to come because she's going to be involved in future.
Because I said so. That's why.
No, in future movies. Look at what happened, and I'm going to give you a perfect example. Origin story figures are always very important to collecting, and I'm going to tell you why. A huge example of exactly what's happening with Marvel is what with Miss Marvel is what? Venom. Venom didn't come out till over a year after his movie was out. Over a year. People already, oh, he's not coming. It's an origin story for Venom as a character. Knowing that he's going to be involved in other movies in the future, there is no way that they're going to miss out on making him because we know what's coming for him eventually. The spider symbol on his chest. It's inevitable. So you're going to tell me that they're not going to make a figure on his origin? Impossible. So same thing with Miss Marvel. She's what?
I think announcers have a lot to do with popularity as well. And I think as much as I love She-Hulk, Batman has a point. They announced Daredevil first. You know what I mean? Because they know Daredevil will sell. They'll sell some units for Daredevil. He's a more popular character. Right. And it also, when it comes to Miss Marvel, I didn't watch that show. It wasn't for me. But I know a lot of people were excited about it. I know a lot of people are into it. I'm just not into the Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel. There. My point I'm going with this here is that when it comes to the Disney Plus shows, they're all notoriously late to be announced when it comes to their figures. I mean, the Loki TV show, it was months before we got anything on that. The only things that came in on time were WandaVision, Captain America, and the Winter Soldier. After that, everything else was very slow to come out. Think about this here. You guys may not even remember this, or even you may think it's already been announced, but we still don't have Hawkeye from the Hawkeye show announced.
No,
right.
Right. We've seen him, but no announcement. So, and that was a year ago this month that show came out.
Bishop went waitlisted already.
Yeah, Bishop's already been announced, waitlisted, been done. Still no Hawkeye for Hawkeye.
Yeah, no, and it's it's weird. Again, being his show, we're talking about Hawkeye now. Being his show, it's weird that she was announced first. But again, the reason being is because she's coming to future stuff. She's coming into, whether it's Avengers, whether it's other the Thunderbolts, maybe. She'll be involved in other stuff, just in general. So I understand that. But the fact that it's been that long since the show's over is it's a huge problem because why so long? Now he was finally teased, so now we finally saw him. So what's the holdup? Again, with Ms. Marvel specifically, she's 100% coming. There is no doubt about it. Maybe they're not in a rush again because the show, and I was going to tell you about the show. The show wasn't amazing, but it lets you know how she got her powers. They changed the way she got her powers from the comic to to the show. They're making it seem like it's more of that same 10 rings power thing, you know what I mean, from Shang-Chi. So they did a few things in that aspect. But is she coming? Absolutely, because she's going to be involved. Another one that's coming as well, America Chavez. Why? Because she's going to be involved in future movies. So this was the first time.
That's not a guarantee, though. That's not guaranteed because there's a presence here. There's a figure that we have not gotten. And actually, people were mentioning the last stream we were on. Where's Wong? Wong's been like 6 movies. Six movies and a TV show.
He's gonna happen.
Not a guarantee. Though. Not a guarantee.
No, Wong is a different story though, because it's not the caliber of character that America Chavez is. He's a just in general. Same thing as Miss Marvel.
How could you say that? Yo, Wong has been in. Wait, hold on. Time out. Let me count real quick. So
he's like kind of like a
1, 2.
Doctor Strange.
He's been in Spider-Man. Hold on, he's been in Spider-Man. Bro, he's been in 6 films now.
Right. Yeah, that's not the point, though. That's not the point. I understand. I say that all the time. He deserves his figure because he's been in plenty of movies. I say it all the time. But that's not what I'm saying.
That's like Robin to Batman for Doctor Strange.
Not at all. Not at all.
What?
For that movie, yes, but he's been included in other things, by himself without Doctor Strange. For example, She-Hulk.
And yet he has no figure yet, though.
Correct, but it doesn't make him.
You make my point for me.
No, that's not true. Because if it was that special,
he's a Sorcerer Supreme right now. Literally, right now, he's a Sorcerer Supreme.
All right. Okay, so where's the figure?
That's my point. That's what I'm saying.
It's coming. The point is that he's coming, but there's no rush because he's not that big of a character. I'm telling you, he's coming.
Well, you think America Chavez should come first before Wong?
Not should. That's not what I'm saying. See, now you're being.
I'm asking a question.
Now you're being
wrong. Question. No, stop it. Stop it. You got yourself in a corner.
No. What corner? What corner?
You painted yourself.
I don't think so.
There's no corner. No, there's no.
There's a corner right there in Fab's.
Is the figure coming? Absolutely. Is there a rush for it? No. Have I been asking for the figure myself? Absolutely. 100%. Who wouldn't want a Wong? That's not the point. But
you don't. You want America Chavez.
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
that YouTube needs a DVR button, bro. I need a
for him. See? This guy. Unbelievable. It's crazy how
wrong.
You always are. Unreal.
No.
But,
you, my friend. You.
No. But so that's what I mean. So Wong, is he coming? Absolutely.
Fake news.
Is coming? Absolutely. Is Miss Marvel coming? Absolutely. But my point is that for whatever reason, there's no rush on certain figures. But are they coming? 100%, because they're very important for the future of Marvel and the following phases that are coming. 100%.
I think they're all definitely going to come out. I just think it's Hot Toys being in their way. They have a weird way of doing things that nobody knows. Like, you can never figure out what their next move is. So I think they're all.
But you know what? This line would be a good opportunity to, like, all jokes aside, with you and your fake news about Wong. But all jokes aside, they should put him in this line here. The She-Hulk line. I think.
I don't think so.
Go ahead. All you want.
He should have came out in like before Endgame. They should have made him. They dropped the ball. Don't know why, but he should have came out.
Well, there's a lot of characters like from Endgame that should still be good. What's her name? Okoye. Okoye should be made from Black Panther. She was in Endgame. You know what I'm saying? There's some big characters, but I mean, I feel bad for Wong the most because he's been super active. He's been super active in Phase 4, and he still hasn't have a figure yet. So,
yeah, my man.
Hot Toys, if you're listening, put him in She-Hulk's line here so I can get my Wong
Hot Toys,
my Wongers. Wong and Madison.
David says next to Stan Lee. Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be nice. Batman says J-Bo is out. Yep, exactly. We're really digging this figure. Yeah, no, it looks really good. That's what I said. Anybody who could say, I hate the figure over the show, clearly knows nothing. And even if you love the show and you said the figure sucks, please point out what sucks so badly about this figure, because I would love to know. William says Miss Marvel will be for the Marvels movie. Yeah, will she be there? Probably. But also, remember that
She will.
she needs her origin figure, which is from her show. So is she coming? Absolutely. Is she coming from the show? Most likely. There's no doubt about it. I want to just cracking up at Dlo being
Hey,
wrong.
listen to us. No, please. Junior fake news.
Yeah. Williams, none of that stuff being unreal.
Wrong.
So what do you call it? So yeah, so again, I love the figure. I know tons of people who love the figure. I know tons of people who hated the show. Again, you don't have to love the show to love the figure. Two different things. But very, very excited for the announcement, just in general. Now, this thing is insane in many, many ways. So look at this, guys. So now, here we are. Everybody's been, after the second movie came out, everybody's been talking about, oh, if they reissue the Ecto 1, let's get the reissue, blah, blah, blah. Well, here it is. Not only is it here, but look at this. $3,000, okay? So Blitzway listened to you guys who wanted the reissue. I was one of them. I would have loved to get this for the original price of $1,200 or $1,300, whatever it was. Am I getting this thing for $3,000 plus shipping?
I don't think so.
It's not happening. It's not happening. It's absolutely not happening. They're out of their minds. What does this mean for the figures? The figures are getting reissued as well. So get ready for the figures because they're coming. They're not going to be the same price as they were when they came out, which was like $600 or something, 600 and change, I believe. So whoever is buying this, God bless you. It's still going to be as incredible as the first one. Your wallet's going to probably dissolve after you pay for this thing. I never complain about prices. I don't care really about pricing, about stuff. If I really want it, it doesn't matter because guess what? I'm going to have it. It's for me. It's going to hopefully last forever. Something like this, holds its value. Where do I think they're getting this price from? Number one, everything's more expensive now than it was when this was released the first time. Number two, they see the demand for this thing. Number three, go on eBay and see what they're going for and selling for. Number four, the fact that the movie, the second movie, created such a buzz. They made the second Ecto 1, the one that's beat up and all battle damaged, which I can only imagine how many people bought that thing and ordered that thing. So they have a market for this thing. Now, for that price, I think they lost a lot of people because I don't care how bad, I'm one of them. I don't care how bad you want this thing. This is not worth $3,000 for anybody. Again, and I don't mean literally everybody. I mean, there are people who are going to pay their $3,000 for this thing. Absolutely. I don't complain about prices. Never have. This is probably my first complaint. I am not getting this for this price by any means. And I'll probably get this on Sideshow for BOGO at some point because I am not paying. I am not paying no $3,000 for this thing. What did you guys, when you guys saw this, what went through your mind? Paulo, what's going on, my friend? Thank you for being here.
I was just kind of surprised because, like you said before, I kind of wasn't around for the first time they dropped it, but I was like, whoa, they're doing this again. I actually didn't even see the price till you mentioned it now, but that is insane. What can I say though? Who are you gonna call to pay for that? Because there's just no way. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's awesome. I know the scale probably,
The
compensates
thing is
for
massive.
that.
The thing is humongous.
Yeah, I mean, I like the DeLorean. I don't even I don't own a vehicle, so I don't
It's
know
bigger.
actually
It's bigger.
how.
It's bigger than the DeLorean. Way
Right.
bigger. Like
I could imagine it's
height
like a
and length.
right because it's kind of like a semi hearse. Like the original car
It's
was
a
kind of like
station wagon.
right, but the detail amazing. I think it looks sick. Like I know Blitzway they do more what like statues and stuff like that, if I'm not mistaken, or
No, Blitz with those figures. 1/6 scale. Last 1/6 scale.
Well, they
Okay.
help out with statues now. They have a
Oh,
working
okay.
relationship with Prime One these days, so you're not wrong.
Oh,
every time I seen them for some reason, I've always seen them on a statue or whatever. But I mean,
Yeah, that's
th-
more
this
their bag
looks
these days.
this
Yeah.
looks sick, man. Like the detail. I don't know if there is it like die cast, like all die
no,
cast?
no. It's none of that. It has nothing to do with that. It's just, it's such an iconic piece that
Oh, of course, yeah.
they
It's so famous.
when they released the Ghostbusters, then they announced this thing and people went crazy. Whoever had the Ghostbusters, boom, this was a no-brainer. But again, it was $1,300 or whatever it was,
Right.
but it was not anywhere near, $2,000 even. So
Right.
to price this at $3,000, again, unbelievable, not happening. I am not getting this. And then
Yeah,
This
not
is
only
almost
that,
like
but they killed the value of the original one too, because now
yeah.
now the ones who had it and knew had something worth it, it's like, well, there's a second one now, so screw that. And then again, what does this mean for the figures? You better believe the figures are going to get reissued, guaranteed. If they reissued this, there's no reason for them to reissue this with no figures coming. The figures are coming.
yeah. This is a crazy one, man. I mean, because the Blitzway line for Ghostbusters was always expensive. I mean, the figures were expensive. The 4-pack was expensive. So it's always been yes, I want it, but am I willing to pay the price kind
Right.
of line, for everybody. This right here confirms that, we've reached the
I'm out.
point of like, go F yourself. Okay.
I'm
That's
out.
we no, because listen, when you got to take a personal loan out to get a goddamn
Seriously.
1/6 vehicle,
That's insane.
that's
Seriously.
it. I don't need a personal loan for this year. I don't need to take a cash advance out just to that's
Like, does
Thank you,
this
no,
come with
thank
a
you.
pink slip in the box?
Yeah. Do you need
no, but listen,
insurance for this?
while you guys were talking about this, let me tell you let me tell you how out of their mind they are for this year. I went on eBay, looked it up right now, found a quick sale, the most recent ones I can find. They don't sell a lot of them, not obviously because they go for a lot of money, but the most recent ones have gone for brand new $2,600. Brand new.
Yeah.
So they want an extra $600 on top of that there.
So correct. So from 1,300 about that it came out,
Mhm.
brand new retail, and it's selling for 20-something hundred. They said, you know what? Screw you. We're going to make that much more money. Out of their minds.
Are
Out
they
of their
nuts?
The door says,
I
Captain
mean-
Kirk just called and he's digging this green chick. Wants to smash. What's up, the door? Thank you for
That's
being here, my
funny.
friend.
That was a funny one.
Polo Ralph, what's going on? Only 7 left. What do you mean 7? 7 left.
And
of
literally,
raffle,
like,
bro. Raffle, right?
No,
I think he means
my
for
raffle's
this.
9.
I think he means for this
Oh.
Ecto.
What?
Like,
Good. They'll
in
freaking-
stock.
No way. 7 left. Where do you see that? Oh,
I don't check the quantities.
No,
I'm gonna
you
let you
could
add in the cart.
You could order 7, up to 7. Not that there's 7 left.
What does he mean by that, though?
No, you
Doesn't
can
it
order
usually
up-
mean if like you can add multiples, that means they have a lot in stock or a lot expected?
Yeah, well, I could add 7 to my cart right now, so that means they got tons.
And you'll be bankrupt.
Yeah, seriously,
I have to
man.
sell my house.
That's before tax and shipping too. I mean, you can get a real
Exactly.
working car for $3,000. You can get a real working car for $3,000. It's not gonna be it's not gonna be the best,
When you
it's not
put
gonna be
it
the
that
best car,
way.
but you can buy an actual car. Go
Yeah.
F yourself, Blitzway. No way. No.
You can buy a $3,000 car to go make money. This car you buy for $3,000 to sit there collect dust. Mike says,
Seriously,
3K
man.
someone fat finger price until. What's up, Mike? Thank you for being here, my friend. Yeah, no, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Jable says that is pure insanity. Absolutely. Boston says 3K is not worth it. Hell no. The Thor says, I spent $3,000 on this vehicle. My wife beat the blue.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Or if you bought that, I'd join and help her, bro. That's crazy. Don't do it, bro. It's
He's saying
crazy.
it was 11 earlier, so you could order 11 before. Now I guess you could only order 7. I got you.
Wow, who would even do
Oh,
that?
it was 6. Nefty says it was 16 before. Oh, wow. So they are selling. Holy crap.
Wow.
Well,
So
good luck. God
what do you think?
bless.
It was like 50 of them total?
Dude,
I don't know.
but Ghostbusters has a diehard fan base. Like,
No, it's not the
Oh, you
that's
can.
not the point.
You look. That's not the point,
Yeah.
man. It's the principle of the
Correct.
cost of
oh
$1,300
no, I
to
would
$3,000.
not. I would not do that.
I'm
I wouldn't do that.
not a diehard, but I would love to have this. I'm getting the second vehicle just because it looks beautiful, and I missed out on this one.
Listen,
So I said, you know what? Let me get the second one. But I would not pay $3,000. I don't care, how much of a, But again, this thing now is going to increase in value at $3,000. Maybe, who knows? But who's going to pay over $3,000 for this? I don't know that many people who will.
I feel like it would resale value. Like, I think you'd just be selling it to the same price. Like, you wouldn't really make much more off of it.
And I'm going to tell you this.
and I don't think people are trying to collect this either. I think someone's trying to flip it. I think someone's trying to buy it and flip it.
That's exactly what I was just going to say. People are buying this to hope, to bank on this, and it's going to sit, and they're going to have to either sell it for what they bought it for, or maybe make $200, $300 max on it. But they're thinking they're going to make thousands of dollars on this thing, and just wait and see. It's going to backfire because there's absolutely no way that anybody's getting this for over $3,000. And like Dlo said, that's not even tax or shipping included yet. So this is going to be about what, 3,500, 3,400?
Yeah, out the door probably.
Yeah. Nope.
That's
Julie
insane.
says, hit that like button. Thank you, my friend.
Yeah, guys.
I can get me a Ford Pinto right now on Craigslist.
Why?
I can get me a Ford Pinto on Craigslist right now for that kind of money. Less. I can get the Pinto. I can get 1 year of insurance and at least 6 months of gas with that. Get out of here. You're drunk this way. Go away.
Freshener.
No, it's crazy, man. It's insane. Like I said, would I love the vehicle? Absolutely. I said, I'm getting the second one. That thing looks beautiful. But at that price, they're out of their minds.
You know how many Hot Toys you could get with that?
No, it's not even the Hot Toy thing. It's just, what are they thinking? Like, I understand. Like, if knowing that all the raw materials are expensive and plastic and everything, I get it. Price it at, the first one was $1,300. Price it at $1,500, $1,600. Fine. That's doable.
Reasonable. That's fair.
Yeah, that's decent. That's fair. But double, more, triple almost? Absolutely not. Absolutely.
I mean, and then I also say with the DeLorean right next to it for what, 800? What was it, like 800 something? Looking at that, some might be like, oh, well, that's not even close. Like,
no, but you got to understand too, though. You're comparing two different things because, this vehicle is not as mass produced as the DeLorean is going to be.
Right.
That's a big deal.
It is a true limited vehicle. It is a true limited vehicle.
That is true.
Right. So it's not the same. It's not the same by any means. Blitzway as a company, they don't make too many things constantly, but what they do make usually is fire. You know what I mean? It's usually really cool stuff that is not as overproduced again. So I understand where they price some of their stuff, but not this. I tell you right now, they're out of their minds. Yeah. The Thor says, whoever buys this better keep the box because it might be exactly. No, this is crazy. It's very risky to buy this to make money on. It's very, very risky. If the market was the same as 4 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, you better believe I would have bought 2 of these and make that money. But at this point right now, absolutely not. It's not happening.
$3,000, that's like break up with your family kind of shit. You know what I mean? Yep. Like they just own you after you buy this one.
Wow, it's crazy. Is it beautiful? Absolutely. Is it worth $3,000? Absolutely not. I don't think so.
No.
Not even a little bit.
Nope.
Not even a little bit. But our next topic, just real quick news, and then we're out of here, guys. I told you guys it was going to be real short. I just wanted to talk about those topics. Let me see what Austin is saying real quick. This vehicle plus a Ghostbusters figure, sure thing I'll buy. Well, even that, because you'd be paying $2,000 for the vehicle and $1,000 for the figures? No way. No way. It's 4 figures. You know what I mean? Like I said, I remember them being, it was something like $600 for the whole set, and one was a deluxe set with the slime, and it came with like these barricades and all this stuff. Like, I remember the set real well, but it was either, you know, you get them separately, you get them the 4 just by themselves, or you get the deluxe, which was, you know. And even though, like, again, mark my words, remember that they're coming. The figures are coming 100%, because they're not going to give you a vehicle without the figures being reissued as well. And don't forget that you're going to get them for the second movie as well. So, even so, the figures are going to be even more expensive as well. Carlos, my friend, what's going on? Thank you for being here. Hope you're doing well tonight, my friend. So, you know, it's just crazy. I can guarantee you, you know, the figures, when I get the figures, even if they go, you know, I'm gonna say now the figures are gonna be probably, you know, 600 plus, 700 plus. Would I get them? If I'm able to, maybe.
I say higher, bro. Higher
than 700?
Wow.
Yep. By today's market numbers, I mean, and it'll still be a value. I'm gonna go on a limb and say it right now. They released the same pack that comes with all 4 Ghostbusters with Slimer and the barricades and everything, because I remember that set too. That goes for $1,000 now in today's market, which is still fair, because that's still $250 a figure.
True.
So,
but you know, getting the full pack, the whole point of getting the whole pack is to get them a little cheaper, because you get everything together. So,
but by today's standards, I think that would be the cheapest. I think that's as cheap as they'll sell it for. Based on a $3,000 reissue of this, $1,000, you know, makes sense, more sense.
It'll be like $899 to $999 type deal.
You imagine like they're like, nah, $1,500 for the figures. You believe that shit? You imagine they did that?
Absolutely not. No, even like I said, if I could get them again, I would probably need a payment plan from somewhere. If Sideshow gets them, you know, and allows a payment plan, the most that would go is probably anywhere less than $800. Anything over that, it's not worth it for me at all.
You talking about the figures themselves, or
the figures themselves? Yeah.
Yeah.
If I get like a deluxe pack for like, you know, $799, that I'll buy it. But anything.
So if it was $900, would you walk away?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You would?
Just
because I said it. You're gonna buy that shit.
No, because I would not.
He just write the check.
They're not worth that for me. They're just not. You know, they could be great figures, which they were. You know, limited as they were, but now they're reissued, so they're not as.
You're gonna have to get I just thought about your payment plans. Your payment plans are gonna be through Wells Fargo, bro. That's where your payment plan's going from.
Danik, or come see your Christmas party.
Seriously, man, that's a lot of money, man. I'm telling you,
that is a lot of money.
No joke.
Oh, thanks. Love that. Yeah, no, this thing is beautiful. Are you getting it for $3,000? Let me show you, Carlos. Did you see this beauty? Let us know in the chat if you're planning on getting this thing for $3,000. So let's see, the Thor's got her on. All right, man. Thanks for being here, the Thor. I appreciate you stopping by. So yeah, no, it's insanity. So again, God bless whoever's getting it. You know, it's awesome that you're getting it. It's an amazing piece that you're getting it. I've seen it in person. The thing is massive. The thing, you know, these pictures do no justice to what that thing looks like in person. Like I said, one of my patients had it in his collection. And I was like, are you kidding me? I didn't expect it to be that big. Again, I never seen one in person. When I saw the thing, I was like, holy crap. I really wish I had it now, because the thing is massive. The thing is super high, very long. Just the detail is insane. Cobra Collection, what's going on, my friend? Thank you for being here. Yeah, no, it's going to be a short one today. We're just going over some of the stuff that was announced recently. She-Hulk, the Anakin, Padme, Mace, and Super Droid announcement. If Eric Hell, my wife would throw me out. Absolutely. Can you imagine $3,000? Crazy.
Hey, Fabs, let me ask you a question here. Question for you, bro. You got the Batman 1966 Batmobile from Jazz Inc., right?
Yep.
How does that compare size-wise to the ones since you've seen both in person? Like, which one's bigger?
the Ecto one. The Ecto one.
So that's got to be like the biggest vehicle ever made then. Because I can't think of anything else that would be bigger.
Let me tell you something. My patient had the 1989 Batmobile, and it had the Ecto one. Which one do you think was bigger? The Ecto one was still bigger than the 1989. Yep.
Well, I thought the Batmobile was. I thought you were gonna say Batmobile. I mean,
holy crap!
Because the Batmobile is bigger in their movie, but that is actually bigger than the Batmobile.
The thing was longer, and like the whole trunk of this thing. Like I said, these pictures do absolutely no justice for this thing for the what do you call it? And I didn't see them side by side. I noticed he had the 1989 Batmobile, and then he had the Ecto one. Just by looking at them, I'm like, oh my God. I don't know if maybe because of the white paint, it made it look that much bigger. I don't know. The thing just looked massive compared to the 1989 Batmobile. Conker Knight says, I'm interested, Fabs. Just thought, oh yeah, no, I'm interested too, but absolutely not. Absolutely not. So, no, but if I fix you, then what happens is then I block. You know what I mean?
I'm all good.
His ugly face.
So yeah, no, I need my ugly
wingman, baby.
So, so that's what happens. It's I think a lot of people are very interested, but how interested are you? Are you interested enough that you're going to put that money down? That's the real question. Nefty 77 says, "Thank you for being here, my friend. Thanks for the blink. Yeah, no, God bless everybody who gets it. I wish I was getting it, but not for that price. Now, and I'm not saying nobody's getting it. I know a lot of people will get it. But it's just insane. Cobra's Collection says, I would gladly trade and sell my Haslab Proton back and for that. Oh, I don't know what that goes for, but if you could trade it and get that thing, absolutely. If anybody would trade me,
anything can help.
Yeah, no, absolutely. If anybody trades me, something for something, oh, forget it. I would do it in a heartbeat. Like, for example, I have 3 what are they called? The tumblers. I got 1 camo and 2 black ones. One from Batman Begins, one from The Dark Knight, and then obviously the camo from The Dark Knight Rises. If somebody said, "Oh, I'll trade you, this for that," oh, absolutely in a heartbeat would I do it. But am I putting money, out of pocket for this? Nope. And then one last thing, guys. Just a quick announcement for anybody who's excited for this figure. This figure is a third-party figure, God of War, obviously from the video game. Supposed to be from the video game, at least. As you guys can see, the one complaint that a lot of people had, was the axe. Look how small it looks. We know that in the video game, at least I don't have the second video game, but I have the first one. And, the axe was way bigger than this.
Baby axe.
Look at this thing. So what they did was,
it's like a hatchet.
Let me show you guys. They updated the axe, which is really, really good for those who are getting this thing. Again, great on the company. I don't know who the company is, but look at the size difference now. They're changing. They're giving you a bigger axe, which is well deserved for the figure. The figure looks great. Am I getting it? Absolutely not. But the figure deserves the bigger axe just to make it look decent. I'm not getting it because there's anything wrong with the figure. I just I don't know the company. I don't have the video game. Not that I need the video game to buy the figure. I just for some reason it doesn't catch my attention at all. I have a feeling somebody's gonna make a better one eventually. But this is the best one so far. Somebody else made it. Made another one. It looks crappy compared to this. But as you can see, even the Blades of Chaos look small compared to, to the figure. So, but this is just, whoever's getting this, good for you. Exciting for the ones who pre-ordered the figure. William says, fast video keeper, man. I got shelves built in the garage, so the entire perimeter of the garage is filled with two tiers of boxes, shelves at the bottom, shelves on top. I have a closet right behind this wall where I'm streaming from, filled with boxes. The entire boiler room is filled with boxes. Now, because I'm filling up these rooms, I have a spare bedroom upstairs in my house getting filled with boxes. I don't throw away my boxes. I when I first started, I was throwing away chippers, which I regret, but it is what it is. That's what happens when you get involved into something and you don't really know the rules. Now I keep all my shippers, but yeah, I got boxes everywhere. I wish we could get rid of the boxes, but what are you gonna do? It is what it is. Batman says company shows are really exactly. And that was another point of mine. You know, it's a third party company. I don't know the company. I don't know if they made anything in the past. I have no idea. But the fact that they're showing, they're showing that they care, enough to, update the figure. Look, this is what I was saying. The Blades of Chaos are tiny,
that's cool.
compared to what the figure, at least the scale. They look small, but again, I have no complaints with the figure. Look, it's supposed to be, what is it, like 13 inches, 14 inches tall. So the figure is super, super nice, very detailed. You get 2 head sculpts. You see the scar here. So again, nothing that it's not because the figure is not up to par or it's not good. It's just, I don't, it doesn't do it for me. It's not something that I'm like, oh my God, I really need this. It's not like you guys saw, I showed them plenty of times the NECA ones, with the talk box. You press the button and he talks. Those are from the original video games. I have 2 of those. They're okay. NECA is very okay. Like I always say, nothing crazy. I don't even have them on a shelf because they don't even stand up on their own properly. So I have them in a corner somewhere. So it is what it is. What do you guys think about, the fact that a no-name company like this is just doing that for their figures?
I don't know. I think that's kind of really cool. I mean, I have no idea the company that made this, but if this startup company or small company is doing like little updates like that, I guess that's good to see in the kind of the world that we're in. I mean, for figures, we always like to see, these companies do updates if they're not doing things that are kind of accurate to the figure. And I have no complaints with this. I mean, I'm a huge fan of the video games. Kratos has always been one of my favorite characters. I actually do have the second one. I haven't played that far into the game. But like you said, Fab, the figure looks nice. Doesn't really draw my attention, and I think it's kind of for the same reasons, like you said, just because I don't really know too much about the company themselves on who's doing it. But when you see things like this, these no-name companies that come out of nowhere that make figures and they're pretty okay, makes me wonder, like, will another company that has more experience but is third party will make it? It's a possibility.
And one thing, go ahead. I'll say it after.
I don't know if Sosa would do this, but
probably not. I mean, Mondo's
I don't think
took
so,
a crack at it before, but no. But I think just to make the point about like the company here, I've never heard of this company before. Fabs, you never heard of this company before, right? Adult Collectibles.
Never.
That's a new one, right? I think it's just a smart move to, if the community's taking notice of your product and they had some complaints about it that are something that's within your control to fix, you definitely want, because first impression is big in this community here, because your reputation goes with you figure per figure. So if this is your first figure you're dropping and people trash it when they get it, because people will post their photos and one other collectors don't get this if it's bad, you want to fix stuff if you can fix it.
Right.
I'm a big fan of God of War 2. Played every single one except the last one, of course. But I will be playing that one shortly around Christmas time. Hint, hint. I know what's underneath the Christmas tree. But honestly, for me, Kratos is too skinny for this one here. Kratos is a big dude. He needs
to be more bulkier somewhere, but I don't know if
he has
really tell.
He has to.
I can't really tell with the figure. I don't know, like.
He should change his name from Kratos to Keto.
I feel like he's taller though. There, like, I don't
know.
No,
he is. I think that's where you guys are not correct with the bulk, because look at the body size. Okay, so they're using a taller body. Look how massive he is. And what I was gonna say was, So the name of the company is One Toys, not Adult Collectible. It's just telling you that it's an adult collectible. But the company is One Toy. So it's not that it's a new company per se. What happens is, and this happens all the time, is these companies, like for example, So Toys, they own Wincy. They own. There's another company that made that third party. We were talking about it recently. The third party Sandman that was announced a few months ago. So that's also So Toys. So what they do is they'll, a big name company, Toys R Us has, smaller companies that smaller companies that they own. So is this a brand new company? I don't think so. I think it's a, sister company of a bigger company. So, and my opinion, I think they do this to be able to, if there's anything wrong with the figure, not attach their main, breadwinner company to any crappy products. Like I said, Wincy is a company that makes David Bowie. They made Freddie Mercury. They made Bob Marley. So, again, it's So Toys. It's just not branded So Toys, but it's them. Again, Toys R Us has, I forget the other name of the company that Toys R Us has. It's something Toys too. I forget. It's not Present Toys. What the hell is it? It's Toys R Us and then something else that that they make. God, I can't remember the name. But this is what usually happens. The bigger company wants to make cheaper quality stuff, and to be able to charge you enough money and to get away with the cheap stuff, they use lower quality.
I gotcha.
As well.
That makes sense.
When it comes to the size of this, I actually think it's accurate to at least a video game. I
think he's a good height, but he's not wide enough. That's my gripe with it.
The older video games, as you remember, he was a lot thinner than this. He was muscular, but he was more cut. He was more ripped. Here, he looks like a mature man. He just looks that much thicker, that much more, bulkier. But I don't. So my complaint was not this. And look, they're using. This is what I was going to say. They're using a World Box body. So another complaint that I have with these companies is there's nothing wrong with the bodies that they use. They use caustic bodies. They use World Box. They use what are these bodies? I forget the. There's another company that they use bodies for. They use bodies from
the Fison bodies. The
Fison bodies. There's another one. So the problem is not that they use those bodies. The problem is that if you're going to come out, like for example, Hot Toys doesn't use World Box bodies. They don't use Fison bodies. They create, and I understand that they're a different world of company. I get it. But when somebody uses a third-party body for their figure, to me, it's like we're paying, and I've said this plenty of times before, it's like we're paying for a kit bash.
Yeah.
They're putting their stuff.
Yeah, that's true. It's very true.
They're putting their little outfits together. They're getting their little things here and there, and then let's buy these bodies in bulk and make a figure. So we're paying top dollar for their own kit bash in that company. How much do you think they're paying for these bodies? They're not paying $50, $60 that we're paying for them by any means, because they're buying in bulk. So then they're charging us $200 and something. How much was their clothing? $20, per
if
figure.
That.
No, yeah, exactly. If that, per figure, correct. So it costs them max $60, and that's expensive. Their profit margins are very high to give us these figures. So it's not fair. So that's why I don't really, if it's a character that I really want, then screw it. It is what it is. I want it. But to constantly, pay for these things like this, I don't, and that's what third-party figures are mostly, about. Present Toys. That mask figure is not a fancy body. I can tell you that it's not a World Box body. It's not a Fison body. It's not a good quality body by any means. These bodies are great quality. So it's not about the actual body or having a problem with the body. It's just the whole way of going about making the whole figure. Let me see. 16 Junkie says, "You think Hot Toys will do Avatar 2? Your chance?"
Absolutely.
Oh, of
I would
course.
love that to happen.
I
would
can't
love
wait for that
They
to happen.
did-
I
they
think it
did-
is.
They did. What's his name? What's the male's guy? The guy's name?
Jake Sully.
Jake Sully. They did. In the the first Avengers movie. Are they going to do something from the second? I hope it's the female at this point. But are they doing something? Absolutely. That's a big deal movie. So they've done it before. Why not? So I think so. And if I'm wrong, my disabled friend, I apologize. So Conker says, yeah, Fabs is right. In the early games, he was super athletic. Exactly. He was very thin. He was more ripped, thinner, more cut up. But now he looks mature. He looks like a mature, thicker. He's a lot bulkier, absolutely. And I think this figure translates that 100%. But I just don't like the whole thing. As you say.
Avatar should be easy though, just to get back onto that question for a second, because they already got the body for that. Different head sculpt, couple accessory changes, call it a day.
Exactly. They already have, that's easy money for them. All they add is, the intricate.
I don't think they'll go deep though. They're not gonna go deep. They're not gonna make every kind of character. They'll probably make Jake again and Zoe Saldana's
Were they
character.
seamless?
So that would be cool.
Were they seamless back then?
Yeah, of course.
Were they?
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're asking you.
Well,
we're asking you, almighty.
No, I have it.
Yeah, sorry.
I'll bring
bag collector. Bag collector.
Wrong.
This is what you
Wrong.
get. So, and every time you say things like that,
I don't think so.
Bobby Ray, I think it's coming. I think it would be. I think it would miss out on a lot of money because again, they already have the molds, they have all that stuff. Conquer Knight says, yep, exactly. He was a lot thinner, more cut up, and so again, this figure does its job. It's just I don't like the whole putting stuff together. And last but not least, so Toys came out with this figure. I know nothing about this figure. If anybody in the chat knows where it's from, let me know. The figure looks incredible. The head sculpt looks incredible. The detail looks incredible. If you guys notice, Dlo, we were talking about the arms, how they look like they would be seamless. Obviously, it's those inner Joker looking, forearms that look like they're not, you don't have any articulation in the fingers or anything like that, but they look really, really cool. Look at that. You got
that's next level. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And then you got the
paint detail so good in that too. Look at those hands.
I love the
details.
outfit.
Incredible.
You know what he reminds me of a little bit? Do you guys remember Samurai Showdown?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, this is what it reminds me. Like it would be a character from that show, from that game.
Look at it. That's my favorite picture right there. I love that one. Every time I see it, I'm just like, that's impressive. It looks so good.
Look at that. It's insane. It's
so
beautiful,
clean.
Beautiful figure. Again, I'm not getting this. I know nothing about it. My thing is ninjas. I love ninjas. I don't care who it is. I love ninjas. Samurais, little different, but it's a great figure overall. And then we have Toys R Us came out with this. Dlo and Flavio, you guys tell me about this because I don't watch the show. You tell me who this is. Tell whoever doesn't know.
I got you, Flavio. Flavio doesn't know either.
I'm right there with you. I've never watched it.
Yeah, he said no. I remember. I'm the one that remembered. I got you, Flavio. This is Soldier Boy, man. Soldier Boy, tell him. But yeah, this is the boy's version of Captain America, man. He's a wild boy. He's a soldier boy and he's a wild boy. He does some crazy ish. This is interesting. That's a good question. I don't know. Maybe. I think he could. I don't know. He fights dirty, bro. Watch the show.
I said, could he beat Captain America? You think?
Oh,
no, he might be able to.
No, yeah, Captain America's too good.
Not my cap.
He's good two shoes. Yeah, hashtag not my cap.
Yo, Fab, drop that. Wrong. There you go.
Did you just do it to yourself though, you dingus? I didn't say
No, that was
anything
you.
this time.
You dingus. Oh man. But no, the head sculpt looks freaking. I know the actor. The head sculpt looks amazing.
Yeah,
It looks
that's
really
pretty good.
I like the suit.
I
The
don't
suit
normally
looks
pay enough. Suit looks good, but isn't So Toys doing this right now too? Like, isn't that part of their announcement? You know, the whole silhouettes
Also,
posters that
that's
they put out.
that's exactly where I was going. So I was showing you guys this because Toys R Us comes out with this out of nowhere, and before this came out, which was I believe today, So Toys already had this for a couple of days. I think it was yesterday or the day before. Let me see if it tells you here. Yeah, one day ago. So yesterday they showed what they're working on, which is the same character. So,
Yeah,
anybody getting this, anybody, excited for either one, obviously I would say So Toys is going to be better. But not that Toys R Us is, trash by any means. They make really cool stuff as well. But anybody getting this? Batman says Soldier Boy would be Captain.
yeah,
Not gonna
exactly.
lie.
Might have
You
to
watch the show, you know.
That shit looks. Yeah. See, let me see. See, look at that. See, I don't know anything. I don't know anything about the character, but that looks cool. It looks really cool.
You should really watch the show, guys. It's crazy.
It's on what is it on Amazon or?
It's on Amazon. It's on Amazon.
Might have to watch it.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, listen, this looks decent, but I think So Toys has been doing really good with the line. They did the Butcher.
Yeah,
they've already done Homelander. So
they did.
I mean, the nice thing is you can see both. You can see Toys R Us version here, and then So Toys R Us hinting that they're going to drop theirs soon. So no rush.
You can compare. Look at that.
Yep, the hair looks different too.
You can look at the chest here.
The beard.
I think the head sculpt looks a little soft, though. If I'm being honest, it looks
on this one.
Yep. Yeah, on that one there.
Well,
compared to the
So Toys is going to be way better, like way better.
You could tell by the render.
Not that.
Rough.
Just in general, like look at all that beard. He got neck beard.
That's what I'm saying.
Not only that, just So Toys overall, when it comes to head sculpts, they don't like make crappy stuff. You know what I mean? Like they never like make a shitty head sculpt and you're like, oh, this like not really, man. Every time they come out with something,
I still want that Kingpin. Bro, because that's the best one I've ever seen them make.
I know. I'm waiting for I told you my padded my fat suit.
Take that away from the camera, bro.
No, it's the bag. It's the back.
You're gonna get a
I don't care.
It's not your favorite part. It's at the front. Okay, relax.
Oh, okay. My man is plastic cheeks on the screen here. He's giving away spoilers to Andor and flashing cheeks.
Look to your left. Man. That's all plastic cheeks behind you. Unbelievable. Anyway.
Oh my gosh. What a dingus.
You know what you should watch? Andor. So anyway, guys, thank you guys for being so much. I appreciate you guys. Let me see Flag, watch it. You'll love it. Yeah, see, I haven't watched it either. And everybody says you watch it, and I just
I'm gonna give it a chance.
I can't like if I don't know, like if it doesn't catch my attention when I see like previews or stuff like that, I'm like, eh. And then when people tell me, oh, watch it, it's really good, it makes me not want to watch it even more. So it's just like whatever. Alvin J, what's going on, my friend? Thank you for being here. So yeah, guys, thank you guys for being here as well. Always, whoever stopped by real quickly, I appreciate you for being here. Thank you guys. Jables, my friend, thank you for being here. Guys, I will see you again on Saturday at 9:30 as usual. Hopefully we'll have Dlo and Stitch, and we'll see. Hopefully
True.
Unbelievable.
Austin, hopefully we'll make it on Saturday. Flavio, are you gonna be here? Let them know now.
Not sure yet.
That's
keep you
a
posted.
no, guys. That's a no.
I'll keep you posted.
Yeah, he's not getting out early with good behavior, guys. He's still gonna be stuck in like
he's still in Russia. So we'll see you guys.
That's
again,
really Brittany
Saturday
Griner
Night
right there,
Live.
guys. That's Brittany Griner on screen, not Flavio.
Oh man, that was perfect. That was perfect. All right, guys. Thank you guys again, and I'll see you guys in the next one.